Women from across Europe whose children were harmed during pregnancy by an epilepsy drug they were taking have been giving evidence at a public hearing in London. The drug, sodium valproate, alleviates the symptoms of epilepsy but has up to a 40% risk of causing autism and learning difficulties in babies. 20,000 children are estimated to be affected in the UK alone. Our health correspondent Sophie Hutchinson reports.
You look, Pat gets up bright and early.
Annie is just 2 years old. She has autism caused by the epilepsy drug sodium valproate her mum took when she was pregnant.
It's raining, yeah.
Antonia says no one ever told her of the risks.
I was heartbroken, and because no one's really heard of the syndrome, and when I mention it to any health professionals, they don't actually know what it is. I have to tell them. Making a difference.
Today, women from Switzerland, Belgium, France, Ireland and the UK met in London to give evidence to the European Medicines Agency. Some have campaigned for almost 20 years about the dangers of sodium valproate and said they're relieved someone is finally listening.
My son is 30, and to say that I have been counting the minutes till today is an understatement.
She spoke emotionally at the hearing.
I have been mourning my children since the day they came into my life, and I am determined to not let this injustice happen to other families.
These are some of the estimated tens of thousands of children harmed by sodium valproate across the world. The European watchdog wants to know if warnings about the drug are now reaching women. It carries a 10% risk of physical abnormalities and up to a 40% risk of autism and learning disabilities for babies in the womb.
What is striking is that lack of consistency even now in each country. In Britain, there are written warnings on the outsides of packets. In France, in contrast, there's this unmistakable symbol. But in Ireland, women say they're still being given these powerful pills in plastic bags.
I represent a French victim.
One of those who gave evidence today was French mother Marine Martin, whose 2 children have been harmed. I met her in Paris.
Was using it as a rattle?
Yeah.
And this is the drug that's harmed her?
Yes, this is a drug I take during all the pregnancy.
She's spearheaded a campaign securing a compensation fund from the French government and is one of 1,200 families suing the drugs manufacturer Sanofi.
You must inform the patient of the risk, and they don't inform me about that.
This afternoon, Sanofi told the public hearing it had acted responsibly.
Sanofi has always provided the most up-to-date scientific information with the approval of the health authorities.
The advice for patients is not to stop taking valproate without consulting a doctor. The European watchdog will report in December whether more needs to be done to prevent children like Annie from being harmed. Sophie Hutchinson, BBC News.